Greetings everyone, it's Gryfer here. We're looking at the Puerto Rico with one question in mind. Is it worth it? Is the Puerto Rico worth it? Is it worth it the second time round? Quick answer to that is yes, and I'll go through the reasons why. First things first, she's a tier 10. She's a Dockyard, an Alaska class or style cruiser. She does have the 305mm guns of 4x3 305mm. As you can see here, they reload at 19.4 seconds. I think I have the reload module, which I do, but she has a lot of survivability. She has 71,650 hit points, decent enough torpedo reduction, and she has a decent armor, 27 nose in, 38mm deck, 30mm armor, and the side plating of 254mm. And like the Alaska, she can be hard to citadel, so she can be quite tanky, and her guns do pack a punch. As we look here, the AP shell is 8,900 per shell, HE is 4.3 with a 29 or 1 in 3 chance of setting a fire. Decent enough AA. Look, 6 puffs, 1680. It is good AA, and everything else in her kitty is damned good. She does come with the thing called radar. US radar goes out to 10 kilometers and goes for, I've got 35 seconds. I don't have the module on. She comes stock with 3 heals, and she comes either with Hydro or defensive AA. You can swap the radar out for fighter or spotter if you're so inclined. Now, the event, it is going for 10 stages. 10 stages. Let's have a look here. So I've said it is worth it. 10 stages. I've already done a few of this stage. I've done 3 of the 6. The stages in general per week, in my opinion, are not difficult. You can see here that we're going to have them for 11 weeks, so even getting things like base XP, commander XP, you can put on some economic bonuses for these. Base XP you cannot, but just playing the game will earn you these. Each week it's not too bad. 285,000 hit points with main battery, 39 spotted, etc. It's not as bad as the first time round. We do get to some tough ones. Spot 100 torpedoes, tier 5. So last time it was tier 8 to 10. So, but it's quite generous this time. 5 to 10. Get 1,700 ribbons. Like, these are not too bad. 42,500 base XP is the toughest one, but previously that was get Soviet DD, then a US DD, and a German DD. That was brutal. Now you've only got one across every ship, class, etc. Where these get difficult, where now we get to the end of these missions, you've got to do one class. So not nation, but one class. So cause 1.4 million damage to ships. So 1.9 million damage to ships with a battleship and so forth. So that's where it gets a little bit tricky towards the end here. The last week, free XP, blah blah blah, but 36,000 base XP in each one of these classes, DD, cruiser and so forth. So it can be, it's co-op, random, brawls and ranked. So those would probably be the trickiest ones. 255,000 commander XP. Just whack on your economic flags. That is all I'll say. So the missions themselves are pretty damned good, in my opinion. Looking at the Dockyard, we do have, you can see I'm already up to stage 18. I have, it's not showing me here, the booster packs. I will go back into the armory that listed the booster packs. Hopefully they are still there. As I said, I do recommend, I've already obtained these, I do recommend buying the Puerto Rico. Now, if you're going to buy it, remember, there are 40 stages, 40. We're going to get 34 for free, so that means you're going to have to buy 6 of these stages. And you can buy them for 7,500 doubloons. That is a steal, because if you've got to buy them at the end when you decide to do it, it's going to cost you 1,750 dubs per stage, and that is a lot more expensive than 7,500. So you can do that now. If you're like me, and you had a bit of doubloons. Now I'm a bit low. You can also buy the 12,000 one. This gives you an extra 12 phases. And this grants you 250 steel per phase of extra phasing of shipbuilding. So that will give me 3,000 steel. So based upon the cost of this, for 1,000 steel in the game, Wargaming value it at 4,000 doubloons. So now we know the cost of steel for doubloons. In my mathematics, it is 4,000 dubs for 1,000 steel. I do highly recommend that you pick up the Puerto Rico. The stages aren't that difficult, in all honesty. She's a tier 10. If she was like a tier 8, 9, wouldn't care. But we're going to see enough clan battles. You see enough ranked. She plays as a very, very strong vessel. She does burn. She does not get the... Her DCP will go, 57 seconds. So if you use her DCP, she's got a long cooldown. That's probably one of the drawbacks to her. So you got to use your DCP sparingly. You can always build her with a little bit different with her captain, but I'll leave that to the players. She does get a full burn time. She has a range of secondaries, but I use them more in close. Her guns are accurate. She is well worth the pick. Do not let this boat pass you by. Enough people have in the past. They regretted it not getting it the first time. Let's put on a captain. I've got the Halsey. As you can see here, full concealment. She goes down to 13k. Her artillery is 18.8. You could do that better with a range module, but I recommend reload. You get the guns down to 19.4. 5Ks is a pretty good engagement range. Her AA is good. Her maneuverability, you probably already know the stats. She's been out for a long time. 33 knots, 900 meter turning circle. No slouch in this department at all. So do consider getting the Puerto Rico. Well worth your time and investment. We'll just go through the combat missions again. They do get repetitive. I admit, 20 ribbons. The base XPs. Oh, that one's actually earned 47,500 base XP. That one's a bit brutal. They can be daunting, but these are tier 5. So all I'll say is play the game as you normally would from tier 5 to 10. You will get this boat. If you play the game for a couple hours per day and you enjoy playing the game, you don't rage, you do your damage, you can do your spotted stuff, free XP, you will unlock this boat. And for that amount of doubloons at a tier 10, it is a steal, my humble opinion. But do get it. If not, state your reasons why maybe in the YouTube video. I would love some feedback as to why you don't think it'd be worth it. Until then, I'll see you on the seas. Take care, and thank you for watching.